Iayze, welcome back to 11th episode of Toxiris Discovers. We got 7 projects y'all suggested. As always, leave the projects you want to hear my review on in the comments. And the first 7 we'll get in the next episode. Let's get it. So, we are starting off with Iayze. Iayze? I don't know. Demons. Whatever. That name weird. You cannot tell me anything different. That name is weird. Well, again, suggestion by Kieran Cartwright, and I don't know, man. I don't know, sincerely. This is kind of no. This again, this kind of new SoundCloud wave that sometimes I'm a fan of, but definitely not at this dude. Like, this project was like, no. It literally was no. I've heard this a million times before at this point, this type of music, and a million times better than this. This was trash. I would give this a 3 out of 10. That's all I can say. It's just no. The only good thing about this project is that it's not that long. That's the only good thing. Then we get into the next project, which is Gray Area by Little Simz. That was recommended by PJ Gameplay. This was great. I heard a couple songs from Little Simz before. I knew of her. I think she was an Iayze show. And everything was good up to this point, but I never really listened to a project. And, well, I will listen to another project of her in a minute, bro. This was fire. Like, the topics, the beats, the production, everything was good. The only thing that really could have been better, like focusing on the whole album, was the hooks. Because she had a couple, like, 2 or 3 features when it came to hooks, and those were good, but when she did the hooks were kind of bad. But other than that, topics great, flow great. Even if I don't agree with every opinion she voiced in there, it's fire. It's an 8 out of 10 for sure. If you want to listen to one of the best female rappers I've heard so far, go listen to this. Fire. Then we get into the next project, which is Tied In by In-frozonee, recommended by JN Charts. And this project is like, started off fire with some hype tracks, was good, and then the longer it ran, the more I was like, can this please just end? It was not as bad as the Demons project, but no, it was not that good. It had the first 2 songs and the last song were really good. That's what saves the rating, actually. But overall, this is just not that good. It's that trap style again with a couple of high parts, and the high parts are good, but the rest is just boring as shit and trash. So I'm giving this project a 5 out of 10. I know right now, if you don't consider the Little Simz project, we are doing really bad, and the title is Y'all on the Fire Streak. So when's that coming? Now. Alright. We get into Chris Brown and Young Thug, Slime and B. It again recommended by the man whose name I can't say, Jao da Quebra. I've heard about this project. Obviously, it's dropped pretty recently. I mean, in 2020, I think. And that was pretty unexpected for me because I think, yeah, they had a couple songs together before. But I was like, Young Thug and Chris Brown, can that work? And it did pretty well. I feel like most good songs are carried by Chris Brown. Just naturally, because he mostly has the hook, and then he has an added verse, and Thug maybe only has 1 or 2 verses, and then it just feels more like a Chris Brown song featuring Young Thug than a Thugger and Chris Brown collab track. But good project overall. I already knew the hit song Go Crazy, obviously, and I've heard a couple of the other ones, but they were pretty good songs. I feel like this album again had a better start than end. But overall, it's a solid ass project. Didn't expect to say that, but it's a solid project. I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10 overall, just because the songs where Thugger does more are just not that good, and there are a couple songs even where Chris Brown does a lot that just lack a lot. They don't even have a good hook, for example, and that's what this man is a master at. Then we get to a recommendation by Alec Brian BA. I don't know how to say his name. He's a long time sub of mine, and bruh, one of the biggest supporters. Appreciate you. he suggested the Massacre by 50 Cent. This being my third 50 Cent project I'm listening to after The Power of the Dollar, Get Rich or Die Trying. And well, this is another solid one yet again. It's the best part are the beats, not gonna lie. The best part is literally the production. Then the hooks. The hooks are good. My only problem with the hooks is they all feel like they were like he took one hook and like made the next one kind of in the same style. It's not like all hooks sound the same, definitely not. But most of the hooks that he's on the hook just don't sound that different from each other. I feel like they don't sound as unique as they could. And that's my only problem with them. Other than that, great hooks, great verses, and great production. I mean, there's a reason why the Migos sampled one of the songs on this album. So yeah, overall, fire project. The lyrics obviously pretty repetitive. Not a lot of great topics on here, but overall, I would say it's a very good project, and I give it a 7.5 out of 10. And I added a lot of these songs to my playlist. I'm probably gonna throw a couple off. A few surely gonna be on there. Then we get into Chief Keef, Bang 3, recommended by the man, the myth, the legend. Yes, sir. And I've heard this album being praised as one of the best Chief Keef projects, and I can see why. Damn, like after hearing this Mansion music tape, I was like, do I want to hear another Chief Keef album? I heard Finally Rich and Back from the Dead. Do I want to hear something else? And yes, I want to. This was very good. I didn't expect a Mac Miller feature on here, honestly. I was like looking at the track list. There was Mac Miller. I was like, okay, well, he gonna do one here. He did good. But yeah, overall, catchy hooks, fire production, and just pure energy. And that's what I want from Chief Keef. I think nobody wants some lyrical shit from Chief Keef. Everybody knows what you get from a Chief Keef album. So yeah, this is easily one of the best Chief Keef tapes I've heard. I'll probably rank it in between Back from the Dead and Finally Rich, but very good, very enjoyable. 7.5 out of 10. Let's get it. Then we get into the last project today. We get the Blueprint 3 by Iayze, being the third Iayze project the man Bop and Crow has suggested. Well, it is fire again. I wonder what you gonna do once you run out of Iayze projects, because the projects aside from Iayze you suggested, I didn't like them as much, but you want to streak with the Iayze projects. That's all I'm saying. This one is I wouldn't say it's better than the Blueprint 1, but I would say it is a very good and solid Iayze project. I didn't like a couple tracks, like the track Death of Auto-Tune. I was like, bro, this album was made in 2009. Looking at 2021, which is 12 years later, this did not age well. I don't know. It's just Auto-Tune is bigger than ever now, and that track was not really, probably didn't have the impact Iayze hoped it would have. But it's still a good album. I really like the closing track. That gave me goosebumps. Empire State of Mind, obviously a classic that I have been knowing for a long time, was one of the songs I grew up on.
JK, really?
And yeah, overall it's just a fire-ass project. I love it, honestly. I give it an 8.5 to a 9 out of 10. I'm not too sure, but love it. Iayze been really going through it with these projects. I enjoy it. That being said, thank you for watching, and have a great one.
Remember back then, all them hoes ain't want me. Now I'm ballin', all them same hoes on me. Mama told me that this came with the money and the motherfucking fame. Even though I feel the same, I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now. I'm that nigga now.